Grasses used as structures. Early grass structures. Sod homes have been used in North America for hundreds of years. Many of the native plains tribes would build their permanent structures from small sticks and layers of grasses, sod, and thatch. One of the specific groups of native people who created thatched dwellings were the Caddo people of the Great Plains, specifically Oklahoma, Texas, and Louisiana. The Caddo houses resembled beehives with walls constructed of tall grasses and thatch. There was typically a fire pit built into the center with beds built around the walls. Construction could be done in only one day. Thin trees were bent toward a center point and then covered with the grasses and thatch to protect the inside from the elements. Soddies and early plains settlers. Many settlers in the West would use lumber to make log cabins, that is, if they were close enough to access the lumber. But for many of the settlers in the Great Plains, there were no trees to be used for shelter, so they resorted to using what they had access to, grass. Many of the homes built during the move through the frontier were soddies, or small homes made from stacked bricks of sod. The soddies were typically 14 by 16 feet in size and contained only one room and had a dirt floor. The harvesting of the sod was usually done by an ox or horse-pulled plow and would use around 1 acre of actual sod. The strips of sod were cut by the plow and then chopped into 2 to 3 foot bricks using an axe. These pieces of sod were then stacked in an alternating pattern with the grass side down in order to provide for the most stable walls possible. The roof was then constructed typically by weaving sticks and twigs and placing sod on top in order to waterproof the house as best as possible. Some soddies were even carved into the side of hills to reduce the amount of labor required by only having to construct 1 or 2 walls and part of a roof. Since the walls of the soddies were very thick, they would keep the inside cool in the hot summers and warm in the harsh winters. Although they provided a good amount of insulation, soddies were not the most comfortable of dwellings. In heavy rains, the roof and walls would become saturated with water, and this could even lead to the collapsing of the roof. In very dry conditions, the roof and walls would dry out and cause much of the soil contained in the sod to rain down throughout the house, causing it to feel like it's raining dirt within the home. PBS quotes one particular woman who visited the settlers as saying, "I had not been asleep long when I was awakened by something similar to fine hail falling on my face and hands. I called out, 'Oh, please get a light. There is something falling on my face and hands and all over the bed.' This aroused the lady of the house, and she remarked, 'Oh, it is only the dirt falling out of the sod which our house is made of, and when the wind blows it gets dry, and it crumbles off. We are so used to it that it does not disturb us. But I could not sleep, as I was afraid the whole house would fall in on us at any moment.'" They also provided excellent habitats for various animals like mice, snakes, and many insects, which could cause harm to the families living in the homes. Green roofs. Green roofs are a modern use of grasses as a part of a structure. This technology is typically utilized in more urban areas with little area for parks and natural places. Although these roofs may not always be enjoyed by people looking for a getaway from urban life, there are many other benefits to the environment and the buildings they occupy. Green roofs consist of vegetation, a growing medium, a filter membrane, drainage layer, waterproof root repellent layer, support panel, thermal insulation, vapor control layer, and the structural support. There are many benefits of an urban green roof. According to greenroofs.com, some of the benefits include aesthetic improvement, waste diversion, stormwater management, improved air quality, and local job creation.